think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling.
Okay, we have Diana Francis here today, and we've got to get to work, and this is the plan. This is Ellie, and she's been divided into a number of different spots where we're going to do our abstract paintings to represent your theme. Each of these areas will be assigned to a group, and your group will have to create an abstract using line, shape, color, and texture to represent your theme. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is brainstorm. Let's take a look at how we're going to brainstorm our ideas. Step one of our art process is going to be brainstorm ideas. So when you head back upstairs to the pod, you're going to get together with your exhibition group, and you're going to get a piece of chart paper. I want you to turn your chart paper over so that there's no lines on it, and then I want you to turn your chart paper landscape. And what you're going to do is you're going to set it up so that we can brainstorm ideas for an abstract drawing. I want you to cross the top, draw a line, and I want you to write your theme in this space here. So we know when I'm walking around, or Diana Francis is walking around looking at each group, we can see right away what your theme or topic is for your exhibition group. This is key for us to help you and look at your ideas. Then down the side, I want you to draw 4 more spaces. And those will be the spaces for your ideas for each of the elements of drawing an abstract. So you're going to have 4 spaces here, and in here what I want you to do is I want you to write color, line, shape, and texture. Okay? Now, in each of these spots, I want you very quickly with your group, you're going to brainstorm ideas. You're going to think about what colors go with your particular topic. And you can have markers or pencil crayons that you can work with, whatever works best for you. So for example, if I'm doing something and I'm looking at animal rights, and I know there's animals that are being mistreated, red might come to mind. So I will put the color red in there, and I'll write a little bit why I'm using that color to represent. What is that color representing? Okay. Remember, colors can be used to represent emotion and feelings, so that's key. For lines, you want to think about what lines can be used to represent yours. So if I'm doing, for example, water issues, maybe I'll do some sort of wave, or maybe a wave. Or if I'm doing sound, maybe I'll do shapes, lines. Okay. Shape is the same. I said shape up here for line. These are contour lines where they join together to create a shape. We can be more specific down here for shape. So what shapes go with our theme or idea? Specific shapes are okay, and you want to draw and put them in here. You may find it difficult to think about texture, but go ahead. If you think of a texture that might work with your idea or your theme, sketch it in here. So that when we're done, we'll have some colors that go with your theme, lines, shapes, and textures. From this, we'll move on to step 2, which will be creating your rough draft. It'll make that step 2 easier if you've done some pre-planning in step 1. Okay, step 2 in our process is going to be working on our rough draft. We should be starting this just after lunch, and it should take us about 2 periods to finish. So take us to snack time. What we want to do on here is take the ideas from our brainstorming sheet and now start creating an image that's based on our issue or theme. So you want to go on here and you want to think about what your lines and your shapes represented. And together with your group, you want to work cooperatively to come up with a design, keeping in mind the colors that you choose and the shapes and the images. So now, working together, you might find that you do one rough draft on the page that you're given, and you've got to keep the same shape that you're given because it connects to the shape on the elephant. And you should actually go over to the elephant first and find out which direction on the elephant your shape is located, because some of them might be going up and down like that, and that might change the perspective of how you're going to draw your design. And if you do one and you don't end up liking what you've done, then what you should do is get another sheet and try other ideas. Just because you start on one, it doesn't mean that that is going to be the final rough draft. You can go through a number of drafts before you find the one that you like the best for your group. Okay? So with your group, thinking about lines, shapes, patterns, you're going to create your rough draft.